Hi, Next to Change. Vivian here. Gonna straighten that out a little bit. I just want to focus in today on talking about relationships and their impact or overall effect on your life. And so when we look for partners in relationships, usually we do that because as humans, we want to be loved, we want affection, we want, to feel like we belong. And you have that extra person because you want to share your life with them. But ultimately, you and that person should be helping each other become better people. I mean, that's what people that love you do. And so a lot of times we can enter relationships and sometimes we're looking for love so much, or we're looking to be accepted so much that we miss the fact that we could be in a relationship that's actually destroying us. And so I'm going to talk about 10 signs that your relationship is destroying you. And you could, look at those. You might not have all of those signs, but you might have some, and it's enough for you to assess your own relationship and see what's going on. So the first sign is that your overall well-being was better before you met them. So now your overall well-being is not as good as it was, or it's worse, right, than it was when you met that person. So that's a sign that that person, that relationship is not good for you and is possibly destroying you, because you need your overall well-being to be healthy in order to fulfill and to maximize whatever your greatest capacity is as a person. So that's one sign, your overall well-being, like your mood, your state of mind, your happiness, all of that was better before you met them. So that's a sign. Number two, you feel inadequate around that person. So, I mean, people who love you are there to support you, to love you, to be kind, to give suggestions, and just to help you to be a better person. So it's not that they're not going to offer things or point out things that you might need to work on, but you don't feel inadequate. So you should still feel adequate, and you should feel like they know that you are more than adequate, right? So that's a person that's around you. They're lifting you up. They're surrounding you with positive energy, or positive thoughts, or positive vibes, or whatever the word is that you'd like to use. But it's a positive sphere of being. And so you feel good. So if you feel inadequate around that person, that means that that person is saying something, or they're doing something to influence your perception of yourself, because you were feeling adequate before you met them, and now all of a sudden you feel inadequate. And it's usually because they're critiquing you, not with kindness. They're critiquing what you say. They're telling you a lot of the things that you're doing are not right, or you're doing them the wrong way, or the way that you think is wrong, or the way that you go around, or your systems are wrong, or the things that you want to do, are lame. They're not really supporting you. And so usually if you feel inadequate around somebody, it's because it's something that they're saying, or it's something that they're doing to you. It's not... It could be indirect, but a lot of times it's direct. And then you not being able, or you being blinded by love, or us being blinded by whatever, before we know it, we feel inadequate because there's something that they have done or said to us to make us feel that way, or to cause us to feel that way. The third thing is your sleep patterns have changed. So before you were in this relationship, you were sleeping, everything was fine. Now all of a sudden, you're waking up. You're unable to sleep. And you're waking up, you're thinking about that person, but not in that I'm falling in love kind of way, and now I can't sleep. It's in a way that you might not even know, but you are feeling alarmed. And I believe it is your soul itself sounding an alarm that something is not quite right. So you wake up and you're thinking, you know, you're not really satisfied. You know, you're worried all the time about this person. You're worried about this relationship. There's so much concern. You can't even sleep. So that's another sign that your relationship is destroying you. Number 4 is somatization. So now all of a sudden you have all these feelings of sickness, you know, in your body. You're having all these physical symptoms that are manifesting. So you're starting to have more stomach aches. You're starting to have more headaches. You're starting to have more backaches, or wherever it is that you may carry your stress, because that's kind of like what it is, or wherever you may carry your anxiety, because all of these things are happening around this person. And particularly if you're going to see that person. So you're on your way to their house. You're on your way to go out, and you have that stomach ache, or you have that headache, you know, so you have something that's going on in your body, and that's your body, again, sounding the alarm, telling you that something's not quite right. Number 5, your focus is on how you can please them. Before you met them, your focus was on other things. You know, you had routines that you did. Maybe you went to painting class. Maybe you went to yoga. Maybe you went to church. Maybe you went to your some other kind of class. You worked out, possibly. You had friends. I mean, there are things that you used to do. You had other ambitions. And suddenly now your focus is on how you could please them. When you're out shopping, you know, I wonder if they will like this. Maybe if I wear this, maybe they'll be nicer. Maybe if I wear this, maybe they'll show me more affection. Maybe if I do this, they'll do more things for me. You know, they like this type of food. And now maybe if I do this, maybe if I do that. And really, when your focus is on how you can please that person, really it's that person has somehow made you to feel that you're not enough as you are. So now your focus is just on how you can please them. And that certainly is a red flag. And that's a big sign that your relationship is destroying you. And when I say destroying you, I mean it could be physically, it could be mentally, it could be emotionally. It's all these things that just begin to deteriorate because of what you're experiencing in a relationship. Your focus should not be just on one person and how you can please them all the time. Your focus should still be on doing the things that you set out to do, your goals, your own visions, your plans, your family, your health, all these other things. And you know, you're taking care of you so that you can do the things in this life that you want to do and have set out to do. Number 6, you've picked up unhealthy habits. So, you know, before you had your routine, you know, you were happy, you were content, you know, but now you're worried, you're concerned, you're probably anxious, you could be borderline depressed, all these things. And all of a sudden now you're eating too much, you're overeating because of your mental state, because of your emotional state, because of the relationship. Or you're under eating. You know, you've changed your eating habits. Now you're eating all this junk where you were kind of getting yourself together, eating healthy. All of a sudden you started smoking, whatever it is, you know, something that you never smoked before. You started drinking, or if you did drink, you started drinking more, you know, to the point of it being unhealthy. You know, now all of a sudden you've picked up these addictions. You're shopping all the time. You know, you're just doing other things a lot now. And those are things that you didn't do before. Number 7, you haven't expressed your dreams in a long time. So if you have somebody that's really close to you and in a relationship, it's really important that you're able to express yourself. If you are not able to express yourself, you are not free. And to live in a life and in a relationship and not be free is very unkind. It's very demeaning, and it's very, it's something that will destroy your spirit. So, you know, people that are the ones that are uplifters, they want to hear your dreams. They want to support you in your dreams. They want to give you suggestions about your dreams. They don't want to shut your dreams down, and they certainly don't want to judge them. You know, so if you're in a relationship where you can't express your dream to someone because they just think it's silly, because they just kind of, you know, scoff at your whatever your dreams are, or whenever you talk about your dreams, they pull you a certain way so that you can be what they want you to be and do what they want you to do. So that is a destroyer. That's a relationship that's destroying you. Number 8, you feel like you're imposing. If you're with somebody in a relationship, they should want to see you. They should want to be with you. They should rejoice at the thought of being with you. And it doesn't mean you have to be with somebody all day, every day, all the time. But if you feel like you're bothering them when you call, or you're bothering them because they're working or they're busy, if you feel like you're imposing because you want to see them, and if they get mad because you want to see them or you want some time with them, that's not right. That's not the right relationship. In a relationship, you know, you should be able to see the person, and they should be so happy that you want to see them. And, you know, feeling like you're imposing in a relationship, that's super bad. And it just, you know, a lot of these things are things that just tear you down as a person and tear down your self-esteem. Number 9, you exhale when they leave. So you're with them, you're around them, and then when they leave or you leave them, you're like, because you've been holding your breath the whole while you're with them. Because you have to watch what you say, watch what you do, watch how you talk. Be on guard so that they don't say things that are abusive. They don't say things that are mean. And if you're in a relationship like that and you find out that when you leave you can exhale, it's because you can finally be you. You're alone with yourself and you like yourself, and you know, you could think, you could be free, you know. So that's a sign that your relationship is not good. If you're holding your breath when you're with that person, that is a toxic relationship. Number 10, you have a feeling of dread. You know, that's that feeling of, you feel like something's going to happen. It's that feeling of uncertainty. It's that feeling you're insecure. You don't feel safe. And either you're in that feeling of dread that something's going to happen, or you are in that feeling of flight or fight. So that's your nervous system just really acting up, and you're just panicking. And you know, it kind of goes along with the dread, wondering whether or not something's going to happen. It's the same thing, the same basis that's fueling it. But now, instead of that feeling of dread, and now you get some more stomach stuff, now you're feeling inadequate, you get all of those things. Instead of that, you might just be in flight or fight. So now you're up, you know, you feel scared, you want to run, or they say something and do so much to you until they trigger something, and now you want to fight. You're angry. You may lash out because of all of these things that are happening mentally and emotionally to you. And for some of us, we believe there could even be a spiritual impact with that. But those are 10 signs that you're in a relationship that's possibly not good for you. It's toxic, and it's destroying you. It's bringing you down, and it's ruining your life. So if any of those fit, my suggestion is that you look at those things that are going on. And sometimes we can figure these things out for ourselves, and we can sit down and we can say, you know, why am I choosing to stay in this? Or now that I've identified this, what do I want to do? Am I choosing to address it? Am I choosing to change? Am I choosing to end this relationship? Am I choosing to bring awareness to the other person that these are the things that I'm feeling and that they are impacting me in such a way, and see if there's something we can do to remedy it? You could also seek outside professional help for this, and you could do something together, a couples counseling, or you can just do individual counseling. You know, and individual counseling might be a good place to start if you're in a relationship that's like this and you're just hanging on. So for some reason, there's something about you that's allowing this and tolerating this. But there's always a way out. Things can always get better. So, you know, good luck with your relationship, and look at these things and take them very seriously. Okay? This is Vivian from Next to Change, and saying continue to do your best and live your best life.